This is something that your guys don't know, but those two guys there are actually the founders, the actual founders of Fundi Wangu.
At the time, it was still called Royki. The funny thing is that Royki was Royford Kirimi.
Yeah.
Yeah? But the funny thing, when I entered, many people understood it as
Roy and Kinozi.
Yeah.
Nice. The first pay was 300 pop.
And we divided
Mligawa,
among
so
and they were
150,
happy. And the funny thing, I was still at that time I was staying in Kimbo. Now the fare to here it's 50.
Yeah.
The fare back it's 50. Now how much am I pocketing?
50 shillings. That's crazy.
But the funny thing, I enjoyed that money so much, and I never missed to
like another job.
Yeah, tokea kuna gig.
Dio.
Unajua ile story ya you're trying to fix this wire, unaona tap inatoa maji. Literally that was the case. Like Roy was, what's happening? What's happening? Domi anamwambia, usikii steam ya nje imewaka. Nje.
Sio wewe unaenda kitchen.
Somebody just greeted me in the middle of town. It's like, I know you.
Oh.
I know you. You're that have a good day guy. I'm like,
oh, nice.
yeah. So that was nice. So that felt nice.
Kwa mgonjwa hadi unaanza kuomba kila saa. Juna mimi sitaki maisha.
Hata wewe lala upstairs, unaona ni kama unakaribia heaven.
Na dawa ile kwa chemist, hizi maflagil nini Buscopan, nothing. So they went.
There's a brufen.
Welcome back to the FWP. I am the teacher to teach you, the designer to refine you. I am joined by the lovely, the crafty,
Medina,
and the handsome, charismatic
Kaizen.
And today we have, our guest today is actually our CEO. So with no further ado, welcome the CEO.
You?
Anyway, so welcome CEO, and we've been calling you hadi sasa nimeanza kusahau majina zako. Welcome to the show, man. Welcome to the show. Looking good, man. Mimi napenda hiyo look, man. Your feet. Niko on. Uzo woga proper.
The designer to refine you.
Ni kama nitakupea hiyo jina sana. Exactly, man. Love the feet, man.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. Anyway, so hapa tunaanzanga na short session, side story of the week. Yeah, najua nimekuwa nikisikia fununu there's something that happened last week but mi sijui. Niliambiwa lazima I drop on podcast. So this is exclusive. Sisi, we have no idea what happened.
60.
You guy, you have to tell me what exactly happened. So what happened, man? What happened last week, man?
Acha tuseme, maze electricians out there, electrical engineers out there, maze, okay, hata si electrical engineers. Can electrical engineer, man, that name that I won't say. For the electrician that did that, don't do that again, man.
What happened, bro? Like, it didn't really happen. Ini site gani? What? Okay, usitaje. Sitaki kufuatwa.
Give us like
it's like a location mahali in Gatanga, somewhere around near Gatanga. It's not exactly Gatanga. The job was just to replace a few sockets and switches, just to replace so that it looks a bit ikaifiti for the owner of the house. So it was a job that was supposed to take around an hour at most. Getting to the site, we realized something is amiss on the wiring. So again, if you're the electrician on site, man, it's our duty as an electrical engineer to ensure that the electrical setup of any place is at par. To avoid any issues, because it's way better when you are sure that the client is safe, considering you're the last person on site. Tunaenda tunapata bwana, okay, educate me if I'm wrong on this one, but I can't remember seeing anywhere that a switch runs through a neutral wire.
translate Kaizen.
That's madness.
Translate.
Madness.
That's C.E.O. talk. Now translate for an interior designer and IT, yeah. For us to understand.
In simple terms, so I can say that's madness.
That's
Because
madness.
If he's saying make him understand, also make me understand, because I went to the same electrical school and you were never taught something like that.
So the electricity is running. I know it's not supposed to go through a
the neutral wire
For the
is coming to
switches.
the switches,
Yeah.
Yes.
which is
Now that's for the lighting.
yeah.
So what happens if electricity runs through a neutral wire?
Number one, neutral wire is more or less like the return wire. Electrical, for electricity, it's simply from the production, electricity is looking for a path to the ground.
Yeah.
So once electricity has done whatever it has done to your house, it goes straight to the ground. So the neutral, in other terms, it's called a return.
Okay.
Because inarudisha stima kwa ground.
That makes sense. That makes sense. So it's
Now,
a path.
Yeah.
And
some things.
Chat. Don't go to Earth ni nini anyway.
Actually, I was
Nini.
just saying
And I mean it go like
Earth.
mimi nasikianga tu
Okay, Earth
Uh-huh.
is to us. Earth is to the houses, but neutral is the earth of Kenya Power.
Oh, okay.
Let me set it up this way. We have said that electricity is looking for a path to the ground. Now, all that setup from the transformer, once the transformer is earthed, that's what creates the neutral that gets to your house. Now, the reason we have at the house level, or whatever kuna earth na kuoga earth, so that in case if path it divert ianze kutumia the wrong channel, earth now creates another path, a shorter path to get to the ground so that you can be safe.
All right. So this electrician ran instead of using it as a return wire, he was actually use it to take to the needle.
Now, here's the thing. When you do switches at the neutral line, there is something called arcing. Some things won't be exactly as they are, but let me use these words. When steam is king kwa hao, there is the double pole that hiyo iko kwa consumer, so inakata stima ya the whole house. Then kuna breakers, single circuit breakers. It's rated.
Okay. All right.
For lighting, depending on place, inaweza range from 6 to 10. Some cases even lower, but the most common is 6 and 10.
All right.
Now, if any current was to go past the breaker, past 6 amperes, ama 10 amperes, depending on the breaker that inatumika, ita trip.
Okay.
Itajizima.
Itajizima.
Meaning ime protect everything after, na pia mwenyewe protect.
Yeah.
Now, if uta bypass, like sumepitisha kwa breaker ikafika kwa load, au jaka switch for the lighting, then we can switch kwa neutral, already ishapita load. So si ishapita load, so ukienda kuwasha cause ile arcing, iki arc most likely wewe ndio utaumia, even not the load itself, wewe utaumia. Number 2, if anybody atana kufanya maintenance, especially something yenye haijulikani exactly pale iko, una risk hata life ya the electrician mwenye anafanya service hapo, because atakuwa electrocuted by neutral.
So in short, what you're telling me is you guys are the one who are coming to do the service. So you guys were in danger. Nimepitia whole class.
All of a sudden,
Tunatoka hapa hivi na certificate. I need a certificate. Nimeingiza a lot of knowledge.
Sasa hiyo ni part 1. Hiyo najua at the comment section ekeni maswali zote mnataka. For this week hii podcast nitakuwa na access ya comment section pale, nitajibu maswali.
Atajibu. Wala hiyo tunampea tu, hiyo alipizani.
Sasa hiyo ni issue moja. Hiyo unaweza sema hata maybe hiyo siku maybe alikuwa amechanganyikiwa.
Okay.
Because wires zilizotumika ni tu results na hizo zinakuwa na a little bit ka issue kampa switches. Lakini kuingia pale kwa ceiling kwa round amefanya piping vizuri. Piping ndio ndampatia max zake. Si 100% lakini nitampatia max zake
99. 70.
Hiyo ni mbaya man. Uko na A ya mwisho.
Lakini sasa ukiingia pale kwa round box, either alitumia tape kudecorate baiskeli, ama alikula pesa ya tape akaamua hata sijui, maybe alikula lunch, maybe alikuwa njaa. Ama pali alikuwa ananunua materials, hiyo duka iko inauza insulating tape.
Sasa kwa hivi mawaya hivi.
Yeah, without.
So that's a fire hazard.
Yeah.
Sasa zikipatana.
You saying it?
Oh my god.
As much as you don't know electricity.
That's a fire hazard.
Yeah.
So what
some
make you
people
go
smoke
that? I like that. So you're telling me you are saying mliingia kwa ceiling after mshawasha because what is the electric situation? There's already electricity in this site.
Actually, let me show you some pictures.
Electricity is already there. Now the problem was we have come across this issue, and then you were like, okay, Roy, there's something I'm not understanding here. We had to open 2 switches to at least understand. Now Roy was like, this thing is not adding up, and I was like, exactly, it's not adding
Wait,
up.
someone was living in the house?
No, I don't know. Somehow
the house was in use because
Yeah,
tulikuwa tunadu
we were
renovation,
just doing
so
renovation.
lazima alikuwa anateka break. Ni zile nyumba za mashinani, so then anakuja once in a while.
Nimejua shida iko wapi.
Yeah, and then now this place, our work.
Hey yo, yo, this is crazy. We're actually sharing this one in our tutumia hii page. This is actually crazy.
Now you can see we have come across this problem, and our work there was just to change the switches, like to change them from to put a designer switch. Now we are facing another total different problem, and we can't leave it like that. Now the problem is we are facing the first problem on the switches. Now what's supposed to happen? Roy has to go in the ceiling to now understand the system. Wow, msee ameingia kwa ceiling. Sikia tu.
Hatujafika hapo.
But he was like,
unasikia tu nyumba mzima imeeko. Hiyo
and now you can imagine this was around in the night. It was around 9.
Tulikuwa tunapata
It was 9
hiyo issue
PM.
discover
after you have done all the other things.
Yeah.
tulibidi sasa
We haven't done anything, like we are in a standby trying to understand the entire thing. And now, sasa,
from the sockets,
it's
from
late,
the sockets,
we can't
got
come
late.
back, and we have to sleep on the site.
Mulilala site.
Tulilala. You can say that, but we never slept.
tusidanganyane.
We never slept. We saw the daybreak and it rising.
God, so in short, you're saying that your site story of the week is you went to work.
Yeah.
A 1 hour planned.
It was a 4 hour, 5 hour.
In
Kind of
general,
job.
the entire
Like 4,
thing,
5
the entire
hours.
setup.
So mlienda asubuhi ama like,
Mm.
and
It was
then
a report site.
The funny thing, I started the job. For me, I started the job like working on the job around Niyamsharoi 6:30.
yeah.
I went to the
I
Chimaya
remember
to
calling you.
access the other materials, and then we go to the site. We start the job.
Believe
All of a
guys
sudden,
were
I
doing
have.
a
I want to
TV
change.
board, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll
Now,
share the results actually.
We will share the results.
Yeah.
all of a sudden, I want to start changing the switches, and then I was like, "Hey, bro, hapa ni nini eleweki? Time na ndio hii inasonga."
So ulikuwa na realize at what time? 5, 6, 7,
Okay.
it's 9. I
No,
remember.
no.
Oh, 5.
5, around 5.
Uh-huh.
But this problem was, we don't know the problem,
So you
and
have
we
to
can't
do-
start dealing with it, and yet we have other things that you're supposed to do in the house. You see? But all of a sudden, this problem is so huge that we have to
Actually,
understand it
The
and
whole
solve it.
system.
so that we can move on.
Yeah, so that we can move on. Kwa sababu we are 3 guys. in the site.
Yeah, I remember.
So if we don't solve this problem, the job will stand by. Yeah. Now we have to understand it so that the job can continue. Wow, bro, akapanda ceiling saa 3. Anaweza chukua kutoka hapo. From saa 3 hebu wapatie the next phase. Now like
I broke my back,
Yeah.
literally.
That was the first phase. Part 1 was the switches. Now we are going to part 2, the ceiling.
The ceiling. Okay, let's move to the ceiling. So you get into the ceiling, you
Yes.
identify this problem. Now the ones that you showed me,
No, I discovered that.
yeah, you discover that,
Uh-huh.
and then what happens? How do you resolve it now? How do you start to resolve it?
Itabidi tu umetoanisha kila kitu. Every joint that you can see, lighting, literally the only thing yenye naweza sema umse alikuwa ametufanyia ni kuvuta waya. So
We did
the connection yote from scratch.
You had to do it.
So tuvutia waya. Sawa, sisi tutarudia connection yote. Check connections, jua kuna cause unapata how iko na switch iko designed kuwasha 2 lights. But unapata switch iko na 3 gangs ama 4 gangs. But inawasha 2 lights. Na zote ziko connected.
All the wires are connected.
So una run the whole connection and realize hii nayo hii hata si jaba. Okay, ni jaba lakini maybe hata tunakelea jaba story si yake.
Jaba pia iko. Iko hii nayo.
Unajua ile story ya you're trying to fix this wire, unaona tap inatoa maji. Literally that was the case. Like Roy was what's happening? Domi anamwambia usikii stima nje imewaka. Ya nje.
Sasa why inaenda kitchen?
Na wewe waenda kitchen. And then you're like, okay. Stima nje.
What? That's crazy, bro. Yeah. Hey, you guys end up in. And like mlikuwa tu ni in short yani watu wakienda. And then what day was it? Was it Friday?
Saturday.
Yani watu wakienda out nini mko. Anyway, hey you guys had one. For real? But
kulikuwa kumoto.
Mimi na venye nilikuwa na story nice.
Nje wakiwa pale moto mbaya, sisi tuko moto mbaya.
Because I don't think
Roy kept on cursing the electrician. Every bunch was like,
huyo msee alikuwa amelala na I swear alishangaa mbona nimeamka kutoka kwa bed.
Umse was so crazy. Manze sijui ni veranda ama it was the corridor. Switch ya corridor ameweka ndani ya bedroom. Like it's so funny. Ushaiona connection
So ya corridor iko ndani ya bedroom.
Now imagine umeenda kitchen kuosha mikono ama kuchukua sahani. Lazima uingie bedroom uoshe like ya corridor on the kitchen. Sasa hii ndio kitu funny.
Na mwenye amelala huko.
Acha hiyo. So leo ilikuwa nienda kulala. So nitaenda bedroom niwashe light ya corridor, nikuje sitting room ndo ndani nienda sasa bedroom kalala.
Kizungu na mkuti. Both of them. We cannot.
I guess we just have to understand ni kazi ya mashinani.
Yeah, what you're telling me in short is somebody who is like ni msee mwenye anafanya kazi za huko na msee hana the class knowledge, the necessary knowledge. And this is the important thing. That's why you reach out to Fundi Wangu actually. That's why you do jobs with professionals. Because ukienda upate fundi kao huyo and then nyumba yako inawaka.
Hata ukipigia best yako huyo si fundi wangu.
Fair. But that's
why msee fulani alikama hapa lakini sijui nini alifanya.
But that's why you don't get like in touch with people like that, because what I do something and it's cheap and then you end up doing
I know someone cheaper.
Yeah. Because they were living in a fire hazard.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know how we are going to top this, but we still have to go through the week. So Stacy, how was your week?
Like from Tuesday, I wasn't feeling well. It was
Tangu uzaliwe?
Yes, I was in bed for 2 days without eating anything. I was just drinking water.
That was bad.
Hadi I was
Wait.
hakuniambiane munipeleke tu hospitali nidungwe because my auntie is like a nurse. So.
You're actually lucky that you are like a nurse's home, because I remember you said you like went to your auntie's
nursing home.
So, so in short, she got you well enough for you to go watch horses by weekend. Man, shout out to your aunt, man. Go aunt ni mnoma. You've been reading a Tuesday, Wednesday, Sunday. Uko horse, inaitwa nini? Sijui inaitwa nini. Hiyo ni race, horse racing. Inaitwa
race track sama kitu kama hiyo sijui.
It was called Joker.
Joker.
Yeah, the race.
Awesome.
Also, yeah, I was surprised by Saturday, Friday. It was okay. It was terrible. Kidogo. I wasn't sleeping. I was sleeping while praying. Ushaikuwa hadi.
Unaona Sayuni.
I was the light.
Why is it fun like why is this fun?
Kaizen. Blame it on
Benjamin. Because like kwanza it started like nasikia baridi. And then I told my aunt, inakaa huku chini ni baridi, acha nipende upstairs bila. Nimejifunika. Nasikia baridi, nikavaa soft, nasikia baridi, nikavaa jumper ya kwanza, nikavaa jacket juu, nikaongeza blanketi.
Ama ni nini hiyo sasa?
It wasn't, I thought it was malaria, nikafikiri ni homa, but because of the dawa nilimeza, because kuna dawa ileta kwa chemist, hizi maflagil, nini, Pascoban, nothing. So they went.
That's brufen.
So they akaleta sada wengine, it was very strong juu, like nilimeza jioni, nikaamka the next day was better.
Like dawa, do you know the
like my aunt told me kama umemeza hii inamaanisha ni nasema bacteria or something.
Bacterial infections are bad.
Yeah.
Like
so
because they're attacking
it or something.
They're like utilizing attacking damu like
it was bad. Yeah.
But we are glad, like we're glad you're
yeah,
okay.
but I'm happy. Hata nilikuwa actually sikuwa nakula hadi like sahi nikikula nakula like spoons 3 then naacha kwanza cause nile ukianza kula hivi mwili inaanza kujam uko like ukisikia harufu kama yai unaanza kutapika. It was bad.
Tafadhali Mungu saidia Benja asipate
hiyo ungekuwa mshanizika. Bro, the podcast will be different.
I was worried about like chakula kitu na sikuwa natoka kwa bed. Hadi sikuwa na nguvu.
Hata chakula kidogo.
Benja unaweza kosa nguvu ya chakula kidogo.
Yaani amwage yote lakini make sure ndio kwa
mwili. I just telling my aunt nipe tu fluids. Ndio inaweza mwili inaweza toka.
I'm sorry.
You had a long week.
Kwa mgonjwa ndio unaanza kuomba kila saa. Juna mistake maisha.
Hata wewe lala upstairs, unaona nikaona karibia heaven.
So apart from that, on weekend, we can allow my sister to race course
to celebrate.
Yeah, for more than
I am still mad she didn't call me.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll talk about that another. On my side, I had a very weird week. Number one, I found this is by coincidence. Everything I'm telling you is by coincidence. So I found my first random fan. Somebody just greeted me in the middle of town. It's like, I know you.
Oh.
I know you. You're that have a good day guy. I'm
like, nice.
Yeah. So that was nice. So that felt nice. That's the first thing, yeah. The second person I met is my first critic. Somebody who is criticizing what I'm doing and being like, "Hi, hizi nazo umekopi wapi? Nini." And they're gone, and then I felt like, okay, what is this guy up to? I'm like, bro, si ni kichwa yangu tu nimetumia. Nimekopi kutoka kwa kichwa yangu.
Keep the haters watching.
What you say, but people might tend to think like you're reading from somewhere or you got it from somewhere because it's like good knowledge.
Yeah, because what I'll say is, whatever I go through, because what I do, I'm a historian, I love history. So I'll read, whatever pieces of knowledge I gather from everywhere, I'll try and piece it together and make sense of But then that's funny.
You
Nikiwa high
advantage to your
school,
advantage.
Nikiwa high school, I used to school with this guy alikuwa anaitwa Gwash. He's actually an artist. So Gwash one day just looked at me and is like, aliulizwa swali ngumu and then akaniangalia, uliza Google pale.
Yeah.
It's fine. So
Hey, gosh,
anyway, yeah. So yeah, I found that my first critic, and then I found that he actually saves. This is when I realized critics are not bad people. He usually saves my videos to his favorites. So it's a give or take. Ataongea hivyo, but it's banter. You understand?
Yeah.
And then finally, I got somebody.
Call it African love.
Kenyan.
Kenyan love.
Yeah.
Kenyan love.
That's Kenyan love.
Hey, Mungara ka.
Unashangaa ni Scooby-Doo.
Anyway, so and the other person I met was somebody who was like called me aside and it's like, yo, you guy, I watch your thing, like I watch your profile every single day. You've not posted for the last 3 days. Unadu nini?
Unajita have a good day. I need to have a good day.
Exactly. Like
I need to wake up, find motivation, go.
Alikuwa akinitafuta for a week and a half.
Kukwambia hivyo.
Kuniambia hivyo. Aliangalia like nini ako like this guy on this day most likely is going to be at a basketball game. So he actually found me and picked up, and man, I took that to heart. Nilisema man unse hata ikosa. Hata because that's when alikuwa like I don't care. Kani mimi peke yangu mwenyewe. Like na watch vitu zako.
We don't post for them to go viral. We post
Exactly.
for them for that one fan that loves what we do.
Yes. So I finally found those 3 people. My first critic, my first random random fan, mwenye mystery. Second bit random. My first like online find, and fan sasa. And finally now the guy who is like the loyal guy. Who wanted, like, kept pushing me because now like last week siku post for like 2-3 days because of other works zenye tulikuwa tunafanya because we were actually working on other productions. But now it gave me a bit of purpose, it gave me a bit of energy. So yeah, so I think let's look for that side. They had also had a very weird site week. Because I hope here's why I'm saying that it is more work. That means more pay. This side, she got sick, but by the weekend, and it was weird because she was actually at a place where the owner of the house is a good nurse. You know, that's really wicked.
Silikuwa nasi no home expect.
Exactly.
Silikuwa nasi no home.
And lastly, I had a week Kenya nilipatana na these various dudes. I think it was it's those bittersweet.
Every day you have a good day, but this week you had a good week.
6-7.
Anyways, hey, you'll have to explain in a manishani. I have tried. 6-7.
No, see me no longer do 6-7.
Because I don't know.
6-7 is so serious, it's so funny. To an extent, when you Google 6-7, the screen goes like this.
Wow.
The
screen does that.
Like it will do like this. 6-7. Like it will.
It will shake.
Give it a try.
I'll try.
Anyway,
this is something that your guys don't know, but those 2 guys there are actually the founders, the actual founders of Fundi Wangu. Have we ever said that story on the podcast? Because it's just hitting me. I don't think we have though. Like on a short, just 1 minute. How would you guys explain the timeline? The last, how many years has it been?
2020, 2021.
Yeah, after Corona, 2021.
I actually have the exact date saved somewhere in the form of the day we came up with the exact name.
For Fundi Wangu.
Yes.
Yeah.
But there was something that was cooking before that you,
Royki.
like, yeah. Royki, where did you start it?
Towards the end of 2019, started picking my first client. I actually got my first client who is still there. She's a madam. The first client was our coach Lamek.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I remember he used to give you some gigs.
Yes.
Mahali kwa shamba. Yeah.
The other one was another job anaishi KMTC. She's also a nurse.
So big shout out. So that's 2019.
That's 2020.
Oh, so 2020.
Okay, the height of Corona. I can't remember the exact name.
Okay,
The height
so-
of Corona. Yes.
So 2020 you start Royki Electricals.
Yes.
Okay. So 2021 now.
Mm.
How does he come along?
So before he tells you how I come along, the funny thing was at the time it was still called Royki. The funny thing is that Royki was Royford Kirimi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the funny thing, when I entered, many people understood it as
Roy and Kinozi.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that's
No,
those things.
it was just
Najipanga,
alignment.
alignment.
Aligning. At that time, I was so afraid of electricity. As much as I was doing electrical engineering, I was like, I don't like the practical part of electricity. And this guy used to call me for jobs. I was like, hey, Mse, estimator to pay. And he was like, okay, Mse, come and pay boost. The famous story of 300 shillings, the first pay.
The first pay.
Yes.
Yeah. That's actually mad. Like the first pay was 300 pop.
And we
Many
divided
guys,
among it.
so
And they were
150,
happy. And the funny thing, I was still, at that time, I was staying in Kimbo. Now, the fare to here, it's 50.
Yeah.
The fare back, it's 50.
50.
Now, how much am I pocketing?
50. That's crazy.
But the funny thing, I enjoyed that money so much, and I never missed.
Like another job.
Where Tokyo kuna gig.
Dio.
And the funny thing, the money was just ranging up between that. Price.
Just small amount.
It's loving what you're doing. It's not all about the money.
Yeah, it's not all about the money.
This is the thing. Most people don't know. This guy kept me moving, even when haikuwa karibu, but alikuwa anafanya follow up. Saa zingine anajiuliza, kwani nini unaona hapa mzee? Mzee kuna time
He
alienda
also does
Coastal.
that for me, by the way.
Kuna time alienda Coastal for a very long time. I think Kakamega and Coast. Kuna time hakuwa Thika, hakuwa karibu.
Yeah.
Roy ni aje poa. Hata nimeona kuna lights umeanza customize chupa zinakaa fiti. Bado unazifanya nini? What's the plan? Hiyo time nilikuwa na try to mob at once. But alikuwa na keep track each and every tiny thing.
So in short, umepasu him say tu kwangu. Because man, this guy keeps me on my toes. Hey Buddha, tuja record in a while. Jua
What's not happening?
Exactly.
So
that's another.
Alini keep moving. So after the first my first big job, one of our most actually that guy keeps a watch of everything we do. Hata kama making comments, I'm keeping a watch of almost everything we do.
Who is it?
Ni alitupatia among the biggest contracts last year. Andrew Mwiruri.
Big shout outs to Andrew, man. Big
The reason why sitaogopa kusema jina yake, anakuwa na machende zetu. The rally last year, the one that
by the way, tumekuwa hadi man, tumekuwa like hadi tunaweza sema kuna mahali ka small sponsorship
Yeah.
ya Fundi Wangu mahali kwa we're doing big. So okay, I'm trying to keep track of timelines. So you start 2019, you do your first gigs in 2020. Is he there? 2020, and then he goes away.
Okay, when after Corona, during Corona periods, everything was shut down.
So he was working alone during 2020.
Yeah, he was working alone. I had to go back home and figure things out. At that time, I was still in school, school. And then when the lockdown ended,
so that's 2021 now.
Yeah, 2021, I came back. But when I came back, things were disorganized. Things were like, Roy is still there, but Fundi Wangu bado haijazaliwa.
Yeah, it's not formed yet. It's still Royki.
So at that time when I came, I didn't stay here for long. Things going south. So I had to kungangana after the pandemic. Now I went to Mombasa, but I went to Mombasa with the in the back of my head
in mind
that Roy is working on something and I must come back to be part of that thing. So when I went to Mombasa, my uncle had a contract. I had a construction site. Funny enough, I had I had the opportunity to be like the young performer.
Yeah.
Like now I got to understand construction in another way.
Yeah.
To interact with Fundis. Little did I know I was going to
be a
Fundi in this line.
Fundi Wangu.
So I kept pushing Roy. So funny enough, immediately I finished the contract in Mombasa. My uncle was like, okay, what do you want to do next year in Mombasa? And then I was like, no, I have a company. We are starting back in Thika. I'm not going to stay, but we will just keep in touch. And then I came to Thika. When I came to Thika,
when is this?
In the 2022 actually. 2021, later 2021.
Late 2021.
Late 2021, and then we had some conversation with Roy about the company. And then we went for the election period. I went back home for a while. Now that's the funny enough that was the time. I have the idea of Fundi Wangu, vizuri. I went home. Mzae, okay, how are you planning for your future and everything? Now it's the ball talk with your dad.
Hey, that one is
the real talk.
Yeah, the real talk. I was like, hey Roy, msee naenda kupatana mzae kesho. Roy was like, hey msee nakuhitaji huko. Now I don't know. Nitaambia nini mzae? Okay, kuna hii job, but am I going to do this job alone? That's where, according to me, I am a faith and religious person. So for me, I was like, hey God, just show me a sign. And then this fine guy calls me. Oh yeah. Benza, hey, nakuhitaji huko jobs zinanimaliza. Funny enough, it was one job. He was calling for me. Hey, he was calling me to come and help. And namaliza. Sasa nikaisha mzai wangu. Nimetumia kizungu yote. I was like, okay. But the funny thing, when my dad released me and was, oh my son, I've blessed you, bro. I was like, okay, dad, so amefika. Funny enough, mzee akanipatia bed na mati. Now I have to start my life. The only thing I had done was pay rent for the house. I had no curtain. Say, tuko wawili.
So now you actually decided on a name. How did that
come? The name we had decided earlier.
While you are away, you decided.
Jina likam later.
Ilikuja later.
So you wait, okay, but let me get this straight. So you had it in mind.
Yeah, we had it in mind, but hatukuwa tumexecute. It was like an in-house joke. Umse tungefanya joke poa ingekuwa Fundi Wangu. Like hatukuwa tunaichukulia that. So funny enough, this guy was one time was like, say, why not?
Why not? Hii ndio jina yetu sasa. So we get to 2022. We move through 2022. You're doing a few jobs here and there, which is in a row. When do you meet like a big client? When is the next time you get? Because najua job ya hiyo time sana shower hapa, socket hapa, nini.
Roy can tell you about the big client because he was the one who met with Andrew. You remember when you interacted with Andrew?
Now, hiyo story ya Andrew. Kuna building, acha niseme kuna building stories. Kuna blocks to me meeting Andrew. One of them ilikuwa Benza kwa ile area time. I come to meet a certain guy anaitwa Nick. Nick for the time alikuwa watching kwa one of the apartments karibu na place naishi. Tukaanza kuongea na yeye. So apparently yeye on that side, acha ni seme kuna kitu mkai kwenda fiti. So akajipata Ochi anashikilia na hiyo job cause lazima
you have to eat. You have to eat.
As anategea a greener pasture. Luckily the greener pasture comes in a long way ahead, but tuna keep in touch. Au msema alikuwa anapenda stories za movies, comedy especially. So tulikuwa tunaishi catch up on comedies. So one day ananiambia, niko na issue, nimepatiwa makeja ni manage. Za property manager. Na kuna house zenye zimehamwa na sina mzee wa lock. So like, I know somebody, acha kumcall mzee hapo Kakamega. Kwa job mahali na huko. So over the corona period, I did this thing.
What is it? Sielewi ni nini exactly?
Kuweka locks kwa milango.
Oh, kuweka locks.
So over the corona period nikiwa mahali Chuka nililearn kuweka hizo vitu.
So you now you come and meet somebody who needs the service.
Niko like siko busy na bado ni corona period. Si cause ni hiyo period ya corona. Si twende nikusaidie.
Yeah.
Zilikuwa mbili. Sasa hiyo pesa. Each lock ilikuwa 500.
So you get 1,000 bob right there.
True.
Yeah.
Nikaenda ya kwanza sisi sema ilikuwa the best job I did but ilikuwa mbaya. Nikaenda same day nikaka ya pili. That was clean. I really loved that job.
Okay.
That's
what is the relevance? Acha tu ni CBM ni kama acha nikuwe tu jini kidogo. What is the relevance of this guy to Andrew? Acha nikukimbize kidogo.
Sawa.
So time, eh?
I'm introduce kwa hiyo job. So ana introduce kwa company yenye inaandika job. That gives us jobs za kufanya maintenance kwa most of the Thika Road properties.
And
so
now the general company ni nani sasa?
A Quantum.
Okay.
Yes.
So Quantum.
I get to meet a guy by the name Agosta. Agosta. Yes.
I know Agosta.
Come on TV. Later on came a job kudu lighting kwa liquor shop yake. Hizo picha nitakupatia ziko hapa.
It's okay.
I did that job ikatokea fiti.
Alright.
So ndio nimfanyia lighting the previous weeks nilikuwa nimeenda kubuy locks place you buy a shop mahali Kamakis inaitwa Locks and Fittings. I get to meet the owner wa Zillion Lighting. Madam by the name
Joki Quantum Agosta Exilium.
Yes.
Nafuata
so unajua Exilium Joki.
Yeah.
We actually did with her a project somewhere hapa kunaitwa Waterfront. So the first introduction, let me say she's lucky she saved my number.
Yeah.
I was lucky, she was lucky.
Yeah.
We all got lucky, fate did its thing there.
Yeah.
After nilifanya hiyo job, sikuwa na simu, nilikuwa na kamera poa. Agosta did, alikuwa na iPhone 14 or 15. Somewhere there.
Alright.
It give me clean pictures. Joki kuziona tuma. So
connection hapo.
Akapost hizo picha. Kutuma hizo picha, one of the clients were like, nimefanya na job yenye in shop yenu umefanya. I want to do a laundry lighting.
Sasa nimeshika. Anyway, because somebody needs to catch up. They need to catch up.
Tukaenda could design your place. We did a design. I did the lighting. That's let me say that's among the very few laundries that look amazing in around Thika Road.
Yeah.
It's actually the best looking in Kahawa. Inaitwa Garment Care.
Garment care.
Iko hapo Rohan Plaza, right after Quickmart ya Kahawa Skari.
And who happens to be the owner?
The wife to Andrew.
The wife to Andrew.
So how you meet the wife to Andrew, and then so concurrently now you meet Andrew through?
Yes, I actually met Andrew and the wife same day.
Okay.
Well, there is a story there. There is a story there. Nikapata banta yangu kutoka kwa Andrew. You know, stay out. But the wife after a job alikuwa like hakuna mtu mwingine anafanya lighting kwangu kwa hao ni Roy.
Damn, that's a crazy line from Mochi to him being promoted to a property manager, to him introducing to the Quantum, Quantum, to you actually moving to that to meeting. Kuna mtu nasikia Agosta through a Quantum, Agosta and Joki.
Yes.
Then sasa the wife.
Yes.
And then now Andrew.
Yes.
And this happened now to be the guy who gave you now the biggest contract way later.
Yes.
That's actually quite the timeline like that.
No, this is the biggest coincidence. I can say your job will happen kunirudisha pale nilitoka ndio nikuje kutafuta greener pastures Nairobi.
Inakurudisha home. Inakurudisha Meru.
Nirudisha home man.
No man. That's actually crazy. That's a crazy timeline now.
Yeah.
So by the time unapatana na Andrew ilikuwa 2020. Well, like hii time yenye unaenda kuakia hiyo laundry
ilikuwa just before Safari Rally because nakumbuka we actually didn't start the job immediately because lazima angeenda ku drive kwanza.
Yeah. He's actually a Safari Rally driver.
Yes.
That's smart. Okay, so acha sasa hata mimi kwa selfish kidogo. Mimi naingililia wapi kwa hii storyline? When is the first time we actually like met over this thing and
now
thought about it?
We actually met you through basketball, that's one.
Yeah, that's about that's 2018.
Yes.
That is 8 years ago. Is it 8? 6?
Yeah.
16?
5, 7.
7, 8.
Yeah.
7, 8, somewhere
Seven.
But so by the time you're going through all this, me, I'm still a teacher, by the way.
Yeah.
So
you're actually in school.
Yeah, to
doing
learn.
teaching.
Yeah.
Which
So
you really hid from. Actually, I'm sure that so many people don't realize.
People just knew I was a model here time. Just that. I will be model.
Yeah.
But people didn't know anything past that.
So nakumbuka the first encounter, the first conversation history yote, ananiambia niko na opportunity ya kudu masters na interior design but nataka kudu interior design.
Yes, I remember that conversation.
So you telling me that ndio nikakwambia actually kuna stuff tuna set up. By that time I assume the name Fundi Wangu would come together.
So that's 2022 we're having this conversation.
So like kuna stuff tunaanzisha na niko sure uta come through because at that time nilikuwa na do light designing a lot. I still do that.
Yeah, I love your jobs are light design, bro. Mimi naangalianga wiko like would say anyway, let's continue.
Well, let's spend the lights.
That's weird. He's apparently getting disturbed by the lights that are ready, but he loves doing light design. But at least the whole point is he makes light so comfortable. Like if you're in a space, it might have a lot of light, and it's so comfortable to be in. But that also tells you need to do something up. Anyway, and the light.
You're still working on it.
Yeah. By the way, he's the one who made that. Yeah. So we make cool stuff. Please reach out. Okay?
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, mleta kazi za customers bwana, nishaboeka na whatever is in the market man. Bamboos, wooden, chuma bwana, Steve-O wako jobless bali.
We have career tu hivi tu. So we have to start getting.
Angalia Pinterest, tuma, tukishindwa kuunda, tunakurudishia pesa yako na interest.
Tafadhali yeye amesema. That is personal. That is a personal of hey bwana, unataka kuja kunidhulumu juu. Wewe. Anyway, we are serious. We do cool stuff. Yeah. So I think from there like so that's 2022, 2020,
so,
late 2023. Yeah. 23, 24, 25.
And then ukiwa shule ndio we did print our first ever merchandise.
Yeah. That's 2023. That's mid 2023. Then we move forward. We start doing a couple of collaborations here and there as my projects. I find my fitting in here. We decide we have very different personalities. Kuna mimi the Yapa, kuna Roy the Mad Genius, kuna Kaizen the Glue. And then we found exactly. Then we found this gem over here. We're like, man, we kujanga tu.
I guess you're just attracted to light.
Hiyo inamefanya hiyo siku lakini hiyo.
I don't care. Hiyo ni noma. Yeah. Anyway, so basically that's the full timeline. That's the full timeline. Now to 2026, this episode was purely just catching up and giving a clear timeline of things.
Lakini I think tunafaa kukaa chini story ya Fundi Wangu as story ya Fundi Wangu.
Yeah.
Kaizen ataenda version yake from the start to the end.
We'll have those conversations.
Because niko sure kuna you have a different perspective.
Yeah.
Steve akona a different perspective ya how it came together.
Yeah.
Kaizen akona perspective yake.
Yeah.
The genius Molly
Oh,
akona
it's-
story
he
yake.
needs- that's the guy behind the camera. He needs
Behind
his
the
own
website.
time. Yeah.
Behind the social medias.
Yeah.
Zote.
But still, we are very wide network
Mm.
right now. We've connected over, there's us three, we connect over basketball, we connect over friendship. There's Muli from school, there's
Class
there-
rep.
Class rep. Class rep.
Yeah.
That's mad. Where we? Anyway, through we found so many people. There is Ruga. There's
Yeah,
Ruga.
yeah.
who-
Ruga, but-
That's childhood friend to you, Sindio?
Not really.
Like growing up, man.
Okay. Story ya Roga vile tulimit
Eh.
nitakupea.
Alright. But what period is it? Childhood, teenagehood, or adulthood?
Well, Roy is run.
Oh, alright. So through friendship too, bad.
Yes, iko tied to a childhood friend.
That makes more sense.
Really,
Uh,
his father, the late,
uh-huh.
Mazee alikuwa deputy principal to my second high school.
That's hey. Oh, okay, so ni ile tu like una connect vitu tu as you move along, and then you realize like we have actually been in contact. There is a bit of it about that.
There is the story
Mhm.
the Ritesium did post some time back.
Mhm.
You are actually 7 people away
Mhm.
from meeting
Mhm.
anybody you're thinking about in the world. Give me an example of somebody you're thinking of. Okay, let me give you
Somebody in China.
Let me somebody in China. You are 4 people away.
Okay, expound.
You know me, right?
Yeah.
Now, I know Peter. That's one way. I know Peter works in China.
Already hata ni wawili tu in short.
Second wave.
Eh.
I studied with a friend in high school mwenye sasa yako China.
So in short, I just need hata si 7 man. Hiyo ni like less than 7. Like in short.
Yes. Now let me give you a longer one.
Mm-hmm.
Your BBC story.
Alright.
Somebody knows you, who knows somebody at NTV, who knows somebody at BBC, who pushes your story to the director or money editor at the BBC story.
That's actually, yeah, that's true. Because hiyo kitu, funny enough, we were talking about it in the previous episode with Lemon.
Yeah.
I realized after the episode that the moment nilikuwa na and here's why some friends is just, some people are so humble. She didn't even remind me. We were seated with Lemon while I was sending those recordings and everything. We were with her. Immediately after the episode was over, I remembered like, yo, goja, si tulikuwa na wewe. So mimi na Mahana, mbona ungenikumbusha through the podcast? I felt like, no, why would I take your shine away?
Yeah, it was you as well.
Yeah. Like, and I think they kind of, but that's true. You're 7 people away from. I just needed to give that short shout out. Anyway, so on to my last as segment of the episode. I want to know what, if you're asked in 5 to 10 years, in like a 1 minute, what would you like, where would you like the company to be, or where is it going to be? I don't want to say like tunafanya. That's what we are here for.
Where are we heading?
Yeah, where are we heading in the next 5 to 10
This
years?
is the beauty of that question. Here's the beauty of that specific question. It's a question that we have asked ourselves several times. And last year, it was more or less kind of an imagination.
Yeah.
This year, the way it was run, it's mean as the wheel has started rolling towards the actualization. Yeah, the 7, 10, 15 year. Number 1, in 10 years to come, my plan for the company is it should be self-sustaining and it should be a brand that you just don't know, you actually trust.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. That is very profound. That is very,
It's
very
not just a
profound.
brand that you know,
Mhm.
it's a brand that you trust.
Mm.
The plan is to create the best in the market in the fields that to make this side could dominate.
Mm.
At the moment,
Mhm.
with a very few or many projects zenye tumejuza lighting,
Mm.
I've seen very few people
Mhm.
who have actually beat whatever we do when it comes to lighting. Tuna brands like Outdoora. I think it's the biggest hiking brand, mountaineering brand
Yeah,
in the
big shout outs
country.
to Outdoora, by the way. You should
In
check
the
out.
country.
Yeah, if you're into hiking, you should check out Outdoora.
Actually, two people,
Mhm.
do you know, two people did connect over them knowing us in different ways. I won't mention names in here, but mmoja ni juu aliona mwingine amevaa merchandise yetu. So unajua fundi wangu, yeah. Mimi wapatia job. Pia mimi wapatia job.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, that means we need to be selling more merch. Yeah, yeah, that's something we need to.
Woody ni 2500.
Mhm.
Najua hizo ndizo mnadai sana.
Notebooks, hey, please
Hoodie.
plug our notebooks. Where is my
I also
notebook?
need
Kwa
one.
pale
Yeah.
pale. Niliona hapa
So,
kando.
yeah. So we have very nice ones, and we'll start selling those. We'll start
Yeah.
making merch, and that's the way you can at least return on investment. Yanze kuingia. You buy our merch, you give us projects, you buy our products, you send us Pinterest. Nimekumbuka, you send us Pinterest ideas. You keep us busy. Tafadhali, these brains, creative minds, but we can't keep still. Tunataka. Yeah.
Actually, chenirudisha watu nyuma kidogo. Hii light ilikuwa inspired by somebody I met through X.
Mhm.
Alikuwa Emirates, sasa aliniambia kwa US.
Mhm.
Still very good, a very loyal client.
Mhm.
I will say to the brand, because ananijua,
Mhm.
alinijua juu ya the lighting nilimfanyia.
Mhm.
He actually has a project coming for us. We'll come back to that.
Mhm.
He actually sent me 2 different designs for this one. Nikamwambia before January ishe, nitakuwa nimeunda moja to see how it goes.
Yeah.
This is the product.
Wow.
You did a good job. I love it. I love it. Yeah.
So
Napenda.
Napenda. Anyway, yeah. So I love that.
so for the clients mazee wenye tulifanya job na nyinyi mkafurahia na mmedisappear, msituogope, come back. Tunajua tuta negotiate.
Yeah.
Tutaongea.
Muziko sana.
And we love criticism. We are not hypocrites. So could uniambia what's wrong with a project that you see. Nini. Even the podcast. Give me a comment. Talk to us. Let us know what we can do better. We are young professionals. We have to interact. Wewe tunajua pia, tunajua pia wewe kuna field yenye huko, and we can give you feedback. Just reach out. Anyway, any last words? Tuanza na Kaizen, the usual.
Yeah, my last words for today is that anytime you think about construction, remember Fundi Wangu is the best among the rest.
Stacy.
Niseme tu niko kwa akili.
Sema tu niko kwa akili. Hiyo sasa ndio.
Hiyo ndio tunataka.
Hiyo ndio tunataka.
But now I'm like, no, I need to look for something to say. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, like, just remember Fundi Wangu is international.
Yeah, Fundi Wangu is international now. Tuko BBC. Fundi Wangu podcast imefika BBC. That means we are in UK. Yeah, so.
Yo, clients wanatafuta kutoka Emirates man to do job home na we deliver man. Kitaka picha ziko mahali pale IG Fundi Wangu
You can
official.
check flights, guys.
Pia tupe kazi bana. Tuko na hizo documents ziko tunakaa. Yeah. Big man, CEO.
Yo.
Give us one last word.
We make your imagination become a reality.
That's the slogan right there. Yeah, that's Fundi Wangu right there, all in one word. Yeah. From my side, remember, this is anaitangwa Joe Mkimbizi. Anaitangwa Kipchoge. The best time to start was 5 years ago. The next best time to start is now. Keep it.
Fundi Wangu.
Hiyo nimesema.
Keep it.
Fundi Wangu.
Yeah. Kata hapo hapo.